Hi. As I told you guys yesterday, I'm going to have a sub today. So I just wanted to go over a couple things with you guys to make it clearer what your expectations for today are. Really quickly, let's do a joke du jour. I have a very funny one that I think you guys will laugh really hard at. I'm pretty positive you guys are going to want to go home and tell this joke at dinner time. Okay, ready? Why did the cow cross the road? To get to the other side. Get it? Utter? To get to the other side? It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I don't know what you do without me. I don't know what you would do. Okay, C team gets the chairs today. We're going to start off with some silent reading. In my afternoon class, again, the Cherry Book Club, we were supposed to meet today. I'm gone. So you guys will meet with me on Monday. Sorry about that. All right, let's look at the Schoology agenda, and I want to just go step by step and tell you exactly what you're expected to do for each one. Okay, so on the Schoology website, I want you to obviously look at the agenda. So we're going there first. You're beginning with silent reading, like always. This silent reading, we're going to spend about 30 minutes silently reading. Guys, this is your chance. Most of you are supposed to be finishing The Outsiders right now. Get it finished, then you don't have to worry about it. Read carefully. Remember, you are supposed to be posting this week. You're supposed to be posting online in your book club group. So for example, if I were to go to the Soda Pop Book Club group, just as an example, you can see that these people throughout the week have been posting, and people are also replying to their posts. That's exactly what I expect. Remember, you have to do at least two posts in your Schoology Book Club group and at least 2 replies in your Schoology Book Club group. And it's supposed to be pretty meaningful, isn't it? It is not supposed to be like, this is a good book. I mean, please post that stuff too. Okay? All right, so back to the agenda, because that's what I want you guys to look at. After silent reading, argumentation continues. The first step is to click on this link, and this link will open up this presentation. At the top, it says what skill is being addressed, and it says what subfolder to save it in. So you are going to go ahead and save this into quarter 2. You don't need to make a copy of it. You can just save this one because you're not going to be writing on it, but it's up to you. And follow the directions that are listed here. Basically, the directions are to read thoroughly through these notes. Make sure you understand these terms because these terms will be used in a quiz next week. So you're going through and you're making sure you understand all of these. Okay, that's pretty simple. That'll take a few minutes. Okay, the sub is going to give everybody like a set amount of time to do this because at that point, after everybody is privy to the vocabulary terms that have to do with argumentation, the substitute is going to ask for you to engage in a debate. You already know what this debate is about. It's about the article that we read about the Boston Marathon bombing, the girl who wore that Halloween costume. You are going to want to get that out of your expandable, that article that we've annotated. You're going to want that out because you're going to probably need to refer back to it a couple times. This link right here takes you to a Google Doc. You don't need the Google Doc because I have it printed out on yellow pieces of paper that the sub is going to hand out. I'm just showing you it right here, just so that I can explain it to you in this video. The directions are that you're going to be engaging in argumentation with the people at your table groups. Your argument will be based on the article that we just read yesterday and the day before. Objectives. Number 1, make a claim. Okay? You know what a claim is because you have just done all of your research here and now you know what a claim is. Remember, you've looked at this and you've studied it. Okay? So make a claim. A claim will be something like, I feel that cyberbullying is okay if the person's a stranger. Or your claim might be, I feel that cyberbullying is justified if the person did something really bad. Something like that. Your other objectives are supporting your claim with logical reasoning. This is a hard one. This is a very advanced thing. I want you guys to give this a shot. Consider the possible counterpoints and refute them. Consider what the opposition might think. Anticipate what they might say, acknowledge it, and rebut it, okay? Lastly, I can draw conclusions based on the reasoning that has been set forth. That's when you say, well, here was my claim, here is my evidence, therefore I believe blah, blah, blah. Okay? What are you debating? This right here. Is cyberbullying ever justifiable? In other words, is it ever okay to cyberbully? And you're going to have some things to consider before you get to that. So with your table groups, you'll want to look at these things here that I have highlighted, and you'll want to figure out, you kind of want to use these in your thinking. For example, this one right here. What exactly does cyberbullying entail? Is just simply a mean comment? Is that cyberbullying, or does it take more for it to become cyberbullying? So figure out your definition of cyberbullying first, because then if you're not on the same page, you won't even be able to debate. Things that you should consider. Consider the fact that the internet makes us feel anonymous. If I want to respond on some random girl's Twitter that I don't even know, I feel empowered to do all kinds of things because I don't know her, I don't see her in my daily life. I might say things more drastic than I would normally say to the people I do know. That kind of, there's no accountability when it's the internet, that kind of thing. Consider that in your argument. Another thing I want you to look at, what if it's a celebrity and not just a normal person? Does that change the rules? Should we be able to cyberbully them when they do really dumb things? Or is cyberbullying okay if it's a celebrity but not okay if it's a normal person? So anyway, think about all these things. Last step, and this is, by the way, throughout all of this is you and your 3 or 4 other people at your table group. You're debating in a very pleasant way, but you're doing things like making a claim and supporting it. Let other people get a word in. Don't not let them talk. That's not very powerful. That makes you seem like you're not very secure in your debating. Let them talk and hear them out and then refute them, Okay, last step is considering this. Once you've developed your logic, apply that logic to other situations. Okay, does that logic still work? Is it flawed? For example, if you think it is okay to bully someone because they're bad, apply that logic to another situation. Think about this. If a teacher or a parent did that to a kid because a kid was bad, what do you think about that? If you think it's okay to bully people when they're bad, is that truly okay for teachers to bully kids when they're bad, or a parent to bully kids when they're bad? Does your logic really work there? If your logic isn't able to be applied to other situations, maybe your logic is flawed. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay, so you're doing that. That'll be a debate. That will take some time. So back to the agenda. After that, we're going into work time. Yesterday, Thursday, we got started with some Genius Hour stuff, but I had so much explaining to do that you guys didn't even really get time to actually start your work. Okay? So where are you going to find these links? Again, this is under the agenda. This is where you will find them. You will also find these links here in materials in a folder called Genius Hour. Okay, well, have a great day. Have a good weekend. And I do have one more joke du jour for you. Okay, but you have to tell it to Mrs. Heath. I think she would love it. Okay, ready? What is a snake's favorite school subject? History.